Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're hanging out with Eugen. You might have seen him in the last video where we were at Togeya, right?
Yeah.
That gas station that was like just a really cool place for car fans to hang out and stuff. But this is his private little shop. Is that, I guess, what we call it? Like car parts kind of collection / shop?
Yeah, it's like my little space where I just keep my car and my parts. Yeah, it's like a little man cave for me.
That's awesome. And this is your S2000 as well?
That's correct.
So cool, man. I can already see some crazy stuff around here. And you've just been collecting over the years, buying stuff and importing it from Japan?
Yeah, it's more than 10 years I've been doing this.
Wow. Dude, this is like the goal here. Just look in this corner, little Honda. It's a, what do they call it? A motor compo, right?
Yep.
And is this like a real Layton house one?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a Layton House edition. It just converted to look like one.
Oh, okay. These are so cool. Does it run and drive?
It does.
That's so cool. It's hard to find one that runs and drives these days without having to pay crazy money. And then all these wheels. Are these off like, these I guess are off like some of the smaller F4 cars and stuff, right?
Open seaters, yep.
Yeah. Dude, so cool. All the Japanese Nobody flags too. Recaro Nismo seats. Whose signature is this? Wait, is that Chichiya? Hang on, no, I can't read that.
It's from, this is Hasemi-san's.
What? That's awesome. Dude. Oh, Wed Sport Edition Bride? So cool. Okay, before I start geeking out, because I see some insane parts here, guys. What are your favorite parts in your collection?
My favorite part in my collection, which unfortunately is no longer with me,
Oh no.
is the Z-Tune strut bar.
Oh.
So you know, Nismo makes supposed to make 20 of them, but they make 19. So there's one in storage. So I know a guy in Japan that knows one of the board of directors in Nismo. So I've been pestering him for years to get that apart. So after many years, he finally agreed and said, okay, I will ask whatever the price it is, you must buy.
Yeah.
So you know how with their face things and I was like, fine, ask. And he came back with a price and I bought it. I kept it for a while. And after a few years, I sold it to a guy in the States. So it's now residing over there.
Oh, okay.
On the R24.
Okay, so most of the stuff, like, are there things in your collection that you'll never sell? Or is everything like for the right price kind of thing? You'll sell it?
Well, there are some things which I would not want to sell. But again, everything has a price.
That's right. Okay,
You know,
I like that.
If it's too good of a price, why not?
And right behind you, I can't help but notice there are insane amount of money in these seats here. These are V-Spec 2 seats, right?
Right, correct. It's a
From 34 GTRs.
V-Spec 2.
Jeez, guys. You know what's funny? I think Adam was messaging me, my friend Adam LZ was messaging me about if I knew where a couple of these were for sale. So I'm going to put them on to you. But also, if anyone wants to purchase any of your parts in your collection, maybe I can put contact information in the description of the video.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. And then that way, because you also make like parts for special brakes and things like that to put onto your GTRs. But yeah, man, this looks incredible. I love your collection. All the hot version DVDs, all the little die casts and stuff. But then look at all the OEM parts, guys. So like GTR key blanks, so cool. Badges, everything. Even some of these old gauges, like the old TRD gauge kit, which I believe they paid Defi to manufacture these for them, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
He makes them.
Yeah. So cool, man. Like I have never seen, I've seen them in photos and read about them online. This is the first time I've seen an actual real set in person. That's so cool. And you can really tell Defi did it because like it's kind of the same controller box in a way, hey?
It's exactly the same.
Yeah. Dude, Hakosuka front grille. These are so hard to find now. Oh my gosh, the multi-function display stuff you have.
Yeah. One of them is the Nismo version.
No, bro, that's
those are super rare now.
So much money. Yes. Old Nismo logo, not old like old, but old Nismo logo before it changed for the third or fourth time. So cool, man. All the ARC oil caps, Ariyama Miya, our Magic. Dude, so much stuff. All the key blanks for the 32s. Wow, man. You've really got to know. Oh, the ARC. This is the combined washer bottle stuff, yes, right?
For 33 and 34 GTR.
And it goes where, I guess the battery would be in a GTT, but GTRs have it in the trunk.
Yes.
That's so cool. Dude, those are pretty pricey now too.
It is. It's a lot of money nowadays.
Is this like your main investment? Or
I'm a geek for ARC stuff. So
Oh, okay.
I keep a lot of ARC stuff.
Okay.
And well, they appreciate in price.
Yeah.
So
They do hold their value.
Those are pretty good for me then.
Yeah. I can't help but notice. Are these the Evo covers for?
For
Yeah.
the Evos.
Those are worth a lot too.
I've seen people selling stickers for crazy money, but I've never sold them. I have a bunch of all these stickers, but I mean, it's madness.
That's so cool. The Nismo harnesses, Greddy intake. What do you call it? The charge pipe, Tomei, real Tomei powered cam gears.
The cam gears
Clock.
which are made to look like
The clocks.
The clock, yeah. So it's a clock with
That's
actual
cool.
cam gears.
That's so cool. If you need any Tomei stuff, I'll look after you with that. OEM Nissan oil pump gaskets for the RBs.
Yes.
This is cool. This is an OEM ECU here.
34 GTI ECU.
Yeah. Racing harness from HKS. Oh my gosh, you have a Vilside 32 GTR. Is it a GTR? Yeah, it is. The 340 kilometer. 33, sorry.
32 GTI.
32, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's a Vilside 340 kilometer an hour one. That is so crazy. I've never seen that in person. I've only seen photos of that online.
TID meters for the Supra.
For the Supra? Wait, do you have any TRD Supra, Mark IV Supra steering wheels, the carbon fiber ones?
I have TID steerings, but they're not carbon fiber.
Because there was like this OEM carbon fiber one or something that people have been telling me about. I don't know if it's true though, but I haven't been able to research too much
I
on
haven't
it.
seen that.
Yeah, I want to get one for my my Supra. So cool, man. You got so much cool stuff here. 300 kilometer hour gauge.
It's for the NSX.
NSX, okay. Dude, even the just
C1, they're no longer around.
yeah, thermostats and stuff, man. So cool, dude. The multifunction display stuff, that is so much money now. What does one of them go for these days? Like just a normal one, not a Nismo one. Like 3-4 grand?
Convert to US dollars?
Yeah. They're a lot.
That's 4,500, 5,000.
Yeah.
About that.
That's crazy, man.
And those are all the V-spec versions, so they have the full 7 lines. It's not the GTR 5 lines version.
So crazy. I just noticed this, but there's a Tomokaira badge there. The BR stuff, rest in peace. Man, so cool. Oh, OG Power FC still in its box. That's crazy. Dude, you got a really cool collection. Nismo cluster there too. And this is just one corner. It's amazing how much you've crammed into this. Like, it's not small, it's fairly large, but like in the grand scheme of things, there is so much crammed in here. He's used his space very wisely. So cool. All right, let's have a look at the RB covers over here, because this is wild. Obviously, Bride Collab MF Ghost Seats, TRD Recaros. These are super cool. These actually look very similar to the same Recaros that ended up in the TME RSs and the Evos, but obviously had a different logo there. I wonder if they were actually the same series seats. If you guys know, let me know.
They're actually RSGs. They're all RSGs.
They're all, oh, okay, that makes sense then, yeah. I don't know too much about Recaros, so.
This one, they only make 86 units of this.
Yep, there was a limited order. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the new, the Hatsune Miku, like the smile?
Yeah. Yes, I've seen that.
That stuff's cool.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but I prefer the MF Ghost version and the Initial D version.
Okay.
Those I like.
Okay, yeah, fair. So, you have a thing for the, what is this called? The Ripple? No. I can't.
What is the fin covers?
The fin covers? Yeah. These, I believe, in Japan, they only came in the R30 Skylines, right? The R30s.
Correct.
With the R31s, sorry, with the RB20s, right?
Yes, correct. The RB20s.
But these will bolt on any RB series engine. They're just very sought after, a lot of money, very rare. Now, do you find these mainly over here in Malaysia?
Yes, I got this in Malaysia. I buy complete engines, and I only want the covers.
So you just like say, oh, you can keep the RB20, I just want the covers.
Keep the engine, junk it, whatever it is, I just want the covers.
And he has more of these out the back, by the way. This is really cool. OG Tommy Kaira RB26 covers. Dude, he's got 3 full sets right here on display. And then brakes too. You have a lot of brake kits here.
Yep.
And these are from your friends like upgrading and stuff, right?
Oh, these are my own stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got to set at AP Racing?
RB5, but
Yep.
I sent the calipers to be refurbished.
Okay.
So the rotors here. And I mean, for the OG guys who know Duke Racing.
What is Duke Racing?
Duke Racing is a Japanese tuner shop. They were very popular last time for their drag cars.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, drag racing's really disappeared from Japan almost
Yes,
now.
Correct.
It's sad. There's only one place I think in Japan that you can do it down south. Dude, so cool. And then these brakes are insane. The rotors are how big?
The rotors are 480 millimeters, front and rear, same size.
Oh my gosh. And then what company made these?
It's made by a company called Franny One, but I believe they are no longer around.
Japanese company.
Japanese company, yeah.
And what car did those go on? Because those rotors are massive.
Those are for the VIP crowd. You know, cars that run 22 inch, 24 inch. They need to fill out the gaps, and that's where the brakes comes in.
That's so wild. Those rotors are insane, guys. Like that is almost like, I don't know, double the size as like a 35 GDR one. That's a GDR rotor, 35 GDR rotor. Crazy. I think the 35 GDR rotor is the same size as the center section of that rotor. I've never seen rotors that big. So cool. And then you got a really nice modest wheel collection, some Volk TEs. Tom's, dude, genuines. Wow, a lot of Mazda speed wheels. TEs again. Oh, RSs. Love me some Advan RSs. Hey, and then more over there that we had a quick look at before. And then these racing suits are pretty awesome too. Some of these were driver ones too, I think. Look at this one, there you go. Matsuda. So cool. Bunch of more trinkets. Lots of H-gear sliders and stuff. Very cool. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Man, so awesome. And then there's another one over there that we didn't really look at, but this is a completely brand new RB26 from Nissan. And you just have a couple in stock.
Yes, and they are the N1 version, so 24U block.
24U block N1. Dang, that's so cool. Brand new, guys. Look how nice it looks. Jeez. And this is your company name, right? JDM Autolink.
Right.
And they can find you online if they search that?
Instagram, Facebook, website.
Awesome. Dude, it's crazy that you just have this stuff brand new in stock. Wow, so clean. The original paint on the block is always so nice. And then a bunch of Nardis, wings, bumpers, more rare seats, a Seeker GT2 seat. What's that from?
That's from a shop called Seeker, and they're Honda tuners.
Really? Okay, that's why I don't know about them. I'm not a Honda guy yet, but I definitely am a closet Honda guy, if that makes sense. One day I'll come out and I'll do something cool. Bunch of really cool wheels, 34 GDR, that's a TID wheel. Another TID wheel, Tommy Cairo wheel, dang. And then the Nismo two-way coilovers is really cool. This was an option on the 33 or 34?
It is for 34.
34, oh,
yes.
Yeah. So cool, Total Racings. Oil cooler kits.
They're all ARCs.
Oh, dude, the curved ARC one's sick. All the ARC cooler panels. Oh my gosh, you have like every kind of them. Dude. Tower bar kit.
Yeah, titanium strut bar for the 33, 34 GTR.
Jeez. And then his Ganador collection actually is kind of wild. Dude, so cool. And these are all for Skylines and GTRs too?
34 Skyline, C34 Stagia, various Evos, DC2, DC5.
So cool. And then, oh wow, look at all these. I actually need to find one of these for the Boga 32 at some point. Dude, so cool. And then this is actually what I was talking about before. You make these, right?
Yes, correct.
And this is an adapter that allows you to put the 35 GTR brakes on Skylines.
To all those Skylines, so it will fit on 32, 33 and 34. So it's a plug and play version. These are just the 4 adapters. There's also a ring for the handbrake to work.
Oh.
And all the associated boards will be, in a package.
That's really cool. Dang, all right. Sick. Yes, if any of you guys want to get that, get it. The one to make the handbrake work, are the 35 GTR ones, do they still use a shoe inside?
Yeah, well, how it works is that the 35 rings are very big.
So it adapts it.
Yeah, so the adapter to make it smaller. And the shoe for the 33 to 32, 33, 34 will work from that onwards.
To the 35 ones. Okay, so I didn't know the 35 GTR still used a shoe in the back. That's cool. Interesting. And then more ARC collection stuff, but exhaust, titanium stuff. Wow, man, you've got a really cool collection. More power braces. We actually went past a bunch of these power braces on this rack. This is your favorite rack, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude, look at them all ARC. What? Super Titan tower bar. So cool. Look at this ARC one. These don't need, this is one off. And what car is this one for?
This came off the F-Fluke Tokyo Auto Salon demo car, Toyota MRS. So they only made one of these, and it was displayed at the show, and after the show it was removed and it ended up in my hands.
You know what this looks like here?
Cat. For the few.
Yeah, the fuel thing
Yeah,
for like GT cars.
Yes.
It's literally like they had one lying around, like, oh, we'll just put that there.
But if you cover the side, it can look like a cat.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a cat because of the ears. It's kind of cute, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So cool. And I guess this is for an MR2 or maybe an NSX?
This is an NSX,
Okay.
rare snorkel. So if you run ITBs, so you need this air intake.
Yeah. And then more ARC intercoolers, radiators. Wow. And then a bunch of bumpers and fenders, and if you can see down in that bottom corner, there's like another stack of 4 more of the ribbed valve covers. Dang.
This is all 34 stuff, 34 aluminium hood, top secret bumper, original bumpers, front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts,
Oh my gosh.
aluminium fenders for 34s.
Wow. So cool, man. You got such a great collection. I love it. One day, I want something like this. What's this rear diffuser from?
34 GTR?
34 GTR, wow. Yeah, those are big money now. Super cool. And I think like what I love the most is like you've got a bunch of this stuff too, soft on demand. Nobody and stuff from Japan to just make it like kind of feel like at home. So cool. Oh, the Lawson, what's it called?
Kaizen.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, the ice cream cone stuff. Dude, everyone wants one of these in their garage. Milky. Super cool. Oh wow, signed Tsuchiya gloves too.
Yep.
Very awesome.
These are all signed as well.
Everything. Oh wow, I just saw that. Wow. I just noticed this guy has probably the biggest collection I've seen of these genuine Nismo cigarette lighter things.
I actually have more of those.
You have more?
My first collection of those, there are 40 of them.
40!
So I thought, okay, that's a lot. So I start selling and I sold all of them off. And I start collecting again. I got another 40. And I start selling again, and I'm left with this few minutes left, and I'm just keeping this then.
So cool. Wow. 34 rear, the rear like reverse lights, Koska tails. Some cool stuff here. Dude, look at the top secret. Like colored, what is that, a cup?
Titanium mug.
The titanium mug, that's cool. Wow. Such an awesome collection. Massive thank you to Eugen for letting us check out his little man cave here. And once again, if you want any of the parts that he has available here, hit up the link down in the description. The information's there if you want to get in contact with him. He has a pretty wild collection. And then also, if you want to get some of those brake conversion kits, it seems like you've got that kit that literally solves all those little issues, and it's plug and play with a set of 35 GTR brakes.
That's correct.
So you just go to Nissan, buy the brakes from them, or get them from like an old car that's had an upgrade, and then you can just plug and play, put that on a 32, 33, 34.
That's correct.
Or even a GTT, right?
Yes, it fits as well.
Yeah, fits as well on the GTST chassis. So hit them up, info's in the description, and we're gonna go see what else we get up to today here in Malaysia.
The next day.
Time warping ahead, we are back in Japan. I'm actually at Ebisu Circuit, and today we're going to be doing a bunch of testing with the comp car. What happened in Malaysia was I was supposed to stay another day, but I found out that there was a few things that we needed to sort out on the comp car, and we didn't have much time if we wanted to make the testing this weekend. So I left a day earlier than scheduled, and that's kind of why we're picking up the video here. But we are at Ebisu Circuit. We're at North Course right now. FDJ2 is actually happening over at Nishi Course today. So it'll be good to go and watch them do some driving for the main comp and everything. And we're up here at North Course. Gonna do some testing with this. We're gonna go to school course first, but I wanna just quickly run you guys through all the things that we found wrong with the car and how the front end was set up with the steering and stuff, and then kind of just talk about everything that we've done to fix it. First of all, one of the changes that we've decided to make is move away from like a 2-3-way coilover setup. There's just way too many levels of adjustment that I can't really wrap my head around. And it was really confusing for the team and myself to make changes to the dampers and the rebound and all that stuff without really being able to understand how it all works. So we figured let's all just go back to what we know how to use, which is just a simple adjuster point at the top which adjusts your damper, right? So that's what we've gone and done. We Also found that in the rear, the coilover mount to the knuckle had a fair bit of play in it. Now, I don't think that was causing that many issues, but we rectified that, made some custom kind of bushes and sleeves and stuff to go in there. The guys at Tome helped out and whipped that out on the lathe for me. So that's been rectified now. In the front is where things get very interesting. The top elongated hole on the knuckle is designed so you can change your kingpin angle as well as your camber. Now the problem is no matter what we did to lock it in place, it would still move. And you can actually see this in the previous videos in the last 2 rounds, where when entering, my wheel would go from, say, 4 degrees or 5 degrees of negative camber to either 12 or straight up and down. So it was super drastic and it would just keep changing, which explains that feeling I was getting in the steering wheel and why it was so hard to fight the wheel. So that would change my kingpin angle drastically as well as my camber. And I think the max camber it probably changed it to was like negative 12. So that was a big thing. We rectified that. We welded in the special spacer washer there so that it can no longer move. Second thing was we also discovered that my Ackerman plates that go into the knuckle were in backwards. I don't know when this happened because I went through all my photos for the last 3 years that I'd taken and they've been like that for the longest time. So there's a chance that this car, and the reason why it's been so difficult to drive is that the Ackerman's just been way in the negative category than it should have been. Even though we were changing to more positive plates, it still made it more negative because they were in backwards. And because, whenever Daiki and myself would just look at the knuckle and go to change it to the more positive one, we just looked at the one that was in there before and kept putting it in the same orientation. So we fixed that. We fixed the knuckle moving thing. I'm expecting this thing to drive a lot better now. If it doesn't, I'm about to just rip the drivetrain out of this and put it in a JZX chassis or an E36 or something, because my other S15 doesn't feel like this. You guys know the Yashio S15? We had really good results in that. We did really, really well in Kanto All-Stars and stuff and grassroots comps with that car. So I'm really excited to bring that thing back. But yeah, anyways, comp car stuff, I guess, and learning as you go. And of course the front, another big issue we found was how the previous coilovers were set up. We had a helper spring in the front and the preload was set wrong to where the shock was using over half of its travel just sitting stationary. So what would happen is when we'd actually hit a bump or a brake in the front, we were already bottoming out the shock. That's why you'd see my car bouncing up all over the place. We're about to go drive this thing and see what it feels like. I'll throw in a couple clips of the first laps. We're gonna go down the school course to get a good idea of how it's feeling on a small track first. Because the track they're gonna make us drive here at Ebisu next weekend is that figure 8 one with that really awkward sharp entry. So we definitely wanna figure this all out and get this thing feeling good. Also, you might notice we're a little higher in the front end, and that's also to help the car with feeling and whatnot. So we'll see how this thing goes now. That was a mouthful, but I hope you guys got it all. I love driving this car on the service roads. It makes me feel like you're kind of driving it on the street. This would be wild. Imagine driving this on the Hakone bypass or something. My God, this would be sick. We've got the car all warming up. We're gonna go out and do a few laps. I'll hand the camera to Daiki so he can shoot them. But I'm really excited. I think we finally, we're on the right track with this thing. Don't want to get my hopes up just yet though. much more controllable, it's ridiculous. I didn't know this car could feel this good. This is the easiest and the best it has ever felt, hands down. Like, it's like my Chaser, it feels like my old S15 plus my Chaser, but it has way more side biting grip. Well guys, I'm gonna leave you guys with that kind of little sneak peek of what's coming. I'm so excited. The car's never felt this easy to drive before. Like, I wasn't fighting it at all. Like, it was just like, oh, hang on, can I throw it really hard and just flick the wheel? I can. Couldn't do that before. Like, it was such a battle to drive the thing. I'm really excited. Like, I'm really excited about how good that felt. And we still have, I think, like 20 spring combos that we kind of want to try. So we've got a lot of work to start switching out. Dyke is already smashing through a spring change. But yeah, I'm excited. We're finally starting to figure things out with the comp car and learn about suspension stuff and why the thing's been doing what it's doing and doing everything for ourselves. I'm excited, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, let me know where you want me to travel to next and check out. I think we've got another trip to Thailand coming out. And I've also been thinking about bringing Chris with me and doing kind of like, if you guys remember the old days, Scare PewDiePie, I know we never got season 2, but I was thinking of maybe doing something like Scare Rudnick, a little series where we take him to Thailand and we put him in the most sketchiest but scary situations with around like cars and automotive stuff, like those jet boats and stuff, and we just film his reaction and just try to scare the crap out of him. I don't know, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.